So, what are the protections or requirements under the Fair Credit Reporting Act for users of credit information or credit history? To start with, a credit history is a summary of your prior or current transactions, any credit history you may have, any ongoing payments or past payments completed, any liens, judgments, bankruptcies, etc. All of that goes on an individual's credit report and ultimately results in some level of credit score. Now, oftentimes individuals, when seeking to determine whether to extend credit to finance something or to offer employment to someone, they will review an individual's credit history to make that determination. In this scenario, the FCRA places protections, places requirements on the employer if they use that credit history information, but also protects the consumer in certain ways. So to start with, the user of the credit information has to provide notice to the applicant for credit or potential employee that they are using this credit history. They have to inform them of any decision with regard to whether to extend credit based upon the information in this, and they have to notify them of their ability to dispute any information contained in that credit report. So generally, this makes the individual aware of the situation or what could be causing a discriminatory decision against them. Investigative consumer reports. This is where a business undertakes goes beyond the credit report itself to seek personal background information about the individual. Now, if they're going to do that, if they're going to undertake this type of sweeping investigation of the individual that goes even beyond the credit report, they have to give the individual at least 3 days notice to consent or withdraw their application in that situation before they undertake this type of investigation. And then in a situation where an employer or potential employer is going to use a background check of the individual, they have to get the written permission of the individual to do the background check. They have to tell why they want it, how they're going to use it. If there's any negative information in there that is a basis for the decision, they have to give the applicant an opportunity to dispute the accuracy of the information in that way. So these are the three primary ways that the users of information are prohibited in that way. But the Act does allow for, particularly in the extension of credit, the use of a background report, a credit history report for permissible purpose. So anything within reasonable need or necessity for this type of situation. So these are pretty strict limitations on the user of the credit information, the most notable being the notice requirements to the individual and their ability to remedy any inaccuracies there that they could suffer, that could cause them to suffer a prejudice that they can dispute this and seek to remedy it.